What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today, we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. I am going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the January transfer window to keep you guys up to date first and fast with all the latest Manchester City transfer news on YouTube. So do make sure you have subscribed. January 1st, that comes out. Also, don't forget to, as well, social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you make of these transfers. And finally, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by OneFootball.
This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date.
Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, the link is in the description. So let's crack on with this transfer update. We're going to start off with some contract news, and we've got an update on Ilkay Gundogan. Now, Sky Sports over in Germany say that Ilkay Gundogan could be offered either a 2 or 3 year extension at Manchester City come the spring. The player, Ilkay Gundogan that is relaxed about his contract situation. He wants to wait until Pep Guardiola's future has been sorted so he can use that as an angle towards his own future and see where he wants to go from there. So what he's basically saying is if Pep signs an extension, he'd be interested in signing an extension as well. Now, if Pep does sign an extension and City want to keep Gundogan here and Gundogan wants to stay here, to me, 2 years rather than 3 would work better because you can assess the situation a little bit better in terms of age. Obviously, with Gundogan getting no younger, I'm surprised we didn't put Mahrez on a 2-year contract rather than a 3-year contract, but I presume Mahrez used the bargaining tool of if it's not 3 years, I've got a 3-year offer elsewhere, so it's either 3 years here or I leave. And Gundogan could choose to do the same here at Manchester City as well. I'm not so sure. The thing about Gundogan is he's great for Manchester City's depth. He is a fantastic squad player to have around. Now, over the next year or two, yes, his legs will further decline because he's getting older, and Manchester City will start to look towards central midfielders in the transfer market, which means Gundogan could go down the pecking order. So it's all about what does Gundogan regard as top quality football? Is he happy being a squad player? Is he happy in Manchester? Is he happy at Manchester City? There's lots of little things for him to think about, and that's why he's given himself time here, and no decision, I've heard it from several sources, will be made on Gundogan's future until the spring. And I have a feeling a lot will depend on Bernardo Silva's future as well. Should Bernardo Silva's decision be that he wants to leave Manchester City as we get towards the summer, then I imagine City will be stepping up their talks with Gundogan to try and get him to sign a new deal, as they're not going to want to lose quality already around the squad. I think the last thing City could do with is losing both Gundogan and Bernardo Silva in one window for our central midfield. That could happen. That is a distinct possibility. I hope it doesn't. We will see. Now, Gundogan has been linked with Liverpool. He's already ruled out a move there. And Reshad Rahman over on Twitter has confirmed that Barcelona are interested in signing Gundogan for the summer for free. The interest is definitely there, but it is nothing more than interest right now, as to keeping an eye on his contract situation with Manchester City. Gundogan, from the end of January 31st, can enter into talks legally with any club that he wants outside of England for for him to sign a pre-contract agreement with. Gundogan going to give himself until the spring to make a decision. Still no word on Pep Guardiola's contract as of yet. Now, moving on to the outs. A funny story here involves Erling Haaland. Now, Ashton United, they're a non-league club in Greater Manchester. They have made an approach to Manchester City, a formal official approach to Manchester City to loan Erling Haaland for 28 days. Now, he is on international duty with Norway. Once that comes to an end, they want him on a 28-day loan. You might have seen it on social media. Is a transfer offer, so we're speaking about it in our transfer update. Now, City have not responded yet. You've got to love that. Manchester City, I don't think, are going to do any kind of response. It depends on how generous they're feeling and how much attention they want to give at Ashton United with regards to this story. But Haaland, if you wanted to take this serious, has already said that he's not happy that he's not going to the World Cup. He's going to use the break, however, for him to heal, recover, and be fit and ready to go for December 22nd for our game against Liverpool in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Now, moving on to our final story, comes in the form of an transfer, and it is an update on Jude Bellingham. Now, Court Offside have said that Barcelona are interested in renewing their interest in January for Bernardo Silva. Now, I'm not expecting Bernardo Silva to leave mid-season. However, Court Offside are speaking here saying that should Manchester City choose to sell Bernardo Silva, and it would take a big fee to make that happen, Manchester City could choose to replace Bernardo in January with Jude Bellingham. Now, how Manchester City would make this work is Manchester City would use the Bernardo Silva money plus whatever money they've got to one side from what they've made in the summer, because obviously net spend was brilliant for Manchester City in the summer. They can afford to make a Jude Bellingham transfer happen, and Man City want to get ahead of the pack here, get an offer in before anybody else and try and get a transfer sorted. Now, I'm not expecting that to come in January. I'd be very, very surprised if Manchester City do choose to make an offer in January for Jude Bellingham, and I would be very, very surprised if Manchester City were to sell Bernardo Silva. It stinks of a summer transfer deal. It's going to be a summer transfer deal should Bernardo leave Manchester City and should Bellingham leave Dortmund to join anybody. Now, what Dortmund are keeping an eye on is the World Cup. Should Jude Bellingham impress at the World Cup, they want to make his fee even bigger. At the moment, current asking price 150 million euros, and that could rise even more if he has an impressive World Cup. Dortmund don't want to sell Bellingham. There's no release clause there as well. It would have to be a negotiated transfer. City have got good relations with Borussia Dortmund from our transfer with Erling Haaland. We've got good relations with Jude Bellingham as well. They're always talking, so we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting any move to happen in January, but if it does, I will be the first to bring it to you guys, keeping you guys up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news throughout the January transfer window. The go-to channel for transfer stories for Manchester City on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do make sure you have subscribed. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts or what you make of these transfers in the comments below. Lastly, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball, where OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, scores, results, statistics from the World Cup, as well as all the latest transfer news, including that of Manchester City. I got the Court Offside article involving Bernardo Silva and Jude Bellingham's transfer for this video from OneFootball. Well worth having. It's a brilliant app to have, so go and download it. It's free. Use my link to download OneFootball, as that does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.